What's good, sports fans? My name is Damian Adams from The Real Deal with Damian Adams, and it's a dope podcast. Make sure you check it out. The Real Deal with Damian Adams is available on all podcast platforms. Make sure you search the full thing, The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Just like a pimp named Slickback. I say the full thing, you'll find it. I will appreciate it, and I think you will appreciate the content as well. Now today, as you can see, if it's your first time watching my videos, I am a Saints fan. So it's a little bit of a somber day for me. I am a little down. You know, it's a black cloud right now over the Saints. But I think the Saints can get through this, all right? So let's start with the game yesterday. The Saints lost to the Rams 27-9, and where the Rams, dominated the second half. Right, the first half, the Saints defense kept them in the game, as of course we all know that Drew Brees got hurt. Teddy Bridgewater came in. There was some missed calls, including a big one where Jared Goff clearly fumbled. Cam Jordan picked the ball up, scooped it up, went to the end zone, not impeded in any way, would have scored. They clocked it dead. We got the ball, but didn't get the touchdown. I think that changes the whole momentum of the game. There were a lot of missed calls as far as holdings against Cam Jordan. If someone's out there is watching this video who does the analytics and watches film in a serious way, I would love to see how many holding calls the Rams get away with on Cam Jordan alone. Not the whole defense, but just Cam Jordan alone. How many times do they get away with holding him while he's trying to get to the quarterback? But with all that being said, the Rams were the better team. Right? They played well on defense. A lot of people are going to blame Teddy Bridgewater in this loss, but I think he played well. He went through his progressions, made good throws. He only had one throw that was suspect as far as it could have been a turnover. It should have been a turnover. A few that were maybe a little off, but I think his throw mechanics were good. He was going through his progressions. He knows the offense, and he did okay. It was the fact that our wide receivers were not getting open, which you have to give credit to the Rams for. Also, offensively, they took advantage of our defense missing tackles, right? And we had so many penalties during the game. So many penalties during that game. But of course, the big news from that game is that Drew Brees hurt his thumb. And today we found out that Drew Brees will be out at least 6 weeks. He has to have surgery because he tore a ligament in his thumb. Now, a lot of people are going to be celebrating on the hypothetical grave of the Saints right now. They're like, oh, the Saints season is over. Yes, Drew Brees is out. We don't have to hear from them Saints fans. Hold up. There's a reason Teddy Bridgewater is the highest paid backup in the league. He has starting experience. He has success in this league. He can get through a few weeks without Drew Brees and stay above water. Now, we do have a tough schedule during this stretch. Like, Sunday we have the Seahawks in Seattle. That's going to be tough. You know, that's probably the best home field advantage in the league. You know, is up there with the Saints, with some other teams, Dallas, as far as their home field advantage. We also have to face the Cowboys at home. Cowboys have a really good defense. They're looking really good in these first 2 weeks. That's going to be a tough one. After that, we have the Buccaneers, whose defense looked really good on Thursday night against Carolina. We'll see if Jameis can be consistent. You never know what you're going to get with Jameis. So that could be a tough game as well. Then we play at Jacksonville. Another tough defense, all talent in the world. Can they stay together? Can they gel? Can they not be arguing with each other on the sidelines? We'll see with them. Then we have at Chicago. That's a tough one. Really good defense. That offense looks really shaky. But you know, by that time of the year, they may have worked out the kinks in the offense and be a really good team. These are all really tough matchups. Then we have the Cardinals. Hopefully that can be our rest right there, finally from that tough schedule. Then we have a bye. Then we have the Falcons. So hopefully by that bye week, Drew Brees is good to go and we can have him against the Falcons. That would be lovely. If we can go 3-3 or 4-2 through this stretch, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I think we can do that because the Cardinals should be a win. The Bucks, good defense. Jameis can be shaky. The Bears have a great defense, but they haven't been able to generate any offense. So even if we only score 17 points, we could win that game. So there's some games that are winnable. Seattle, they're 2-0, but they've been a very close 2-0 these first 2 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if we went 4-2 throughout that stretch. I'll even take 3-3. Teddy Bridgewater, like I said earlier, has success in this league. He's the highest paid backup in the league for a reason. And this is big for him. Because not only is he going to show that he's worth being the highest paid backup, but this is an opportunity to show that he can be the guy going forward once Drew Brees retires. And he can go ahead and take that mantle. Now, there's been some people calling for Taysom Hill. I understand Taysom Hill is exciting. He's a great athlete, great athlete. As far as a pure quarterback, he doesn't touch Teddy Bridgewater. He does not touch Teddy Bridgewater. When you look at what Teddy Bridgewater is doing in that pocket, reading those progressions, moving in the pocket, those certain things that you get from being a quarterback in the NFL for a while, Taysom Hill doesn't have, right? Taysom Hill is good when we can trick the defense and think he's running. Next thing you know, you have somebody running deep. He can launch it, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to those little nuances of being a quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater is much better than Taysom Hill, all right? And we may have to lessen the way we use Taysom Hill because now he's the true backup quarterback. So that could hurt us as well. We're not able to use him in so many different packages in so many different ways. But we'll see. I'm not down. I'm not out. I don't think the Saints season is over by any stretch of the imagination. Teddy Bridgewater, it's your time to prove why you're the highest paid backup in the league and that you can be the guy going forward for the Saints. All right? So Saints fans, don't get too down. We're good. It's going to be tough. But I think we can pull out the stretch and be above water by the time Brees comes back, all right? And until next time, remember, The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Subscribe now, Dope Podcast. Follow me on all social media platforms at The Real Deal WDA. And until next time, go real or go home.